Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the Fall/Winter 2022 Scentsy Fresh category. So we've already covered spice and bakery so far, as well as the new releases, but now we're going to kind of take a little bit more in-depth dive into the fresh category. So we're going to kind of go through this. I'm going to spend more time on the returning and new fragrances rather than necessarily ones that have carried over from the previous catalog. But that being said, we're going to go over them all. And without further ado, let's begin. So the first one, let me grab my testers here. We have Aloe Water and Cucumber. This is like been here since the dawn of the dinosaurs scent. This is Aloe Water, Cucumber Peel, Palm Frond, and Pineapple Nectar are oh so mellow. Now, so this is an interesting scent for me. So every time I warm this scent, I don't like it. I don't know what it is. There's something that's off-putting with it. I don't know if it's just like the heat element that just kind of throws off the fragrance for me. But when it's like in cleaning products or in laundry products or in just like fragrance flowers, like I don't mind it. It's like fine. It's like, okay, cool, spa scent. But the second I put it in a warmer as wax and it like heats up, I don't know what it is, but it drives me just like there's something off enough about it that I just can't stand it. So it's a weird scent like that because I really want to like it, but something about it just drives me a little bit batty. That being said, you do get a very aquatic spa-like dewy sort of thing. You do get kind of like this cucumbery aloe water thing going on. Not to be confused with cucumber water. So if you're expecting this to be like cucumber water, you might be like a little bit disappointed here. It's more like aloe water, so you really feel that aloe in there. And I noticed that they say here like pineapple nectar. Maybe I just don't remember it ever having pineapple nectar in the scent note. Or maybe it's just been so long since I've looked at the catalog for the fragrance descriptions of the old ones. But I can see where they're going with that pineapple nectar part, and maybe that's the part that's throwing it off for me, because I've been trying to figure out for the longest time what about this scent just something throws it off for me. Maybe it's that. Anyways, it's a great performer. I know a lot of people like it. It's definitely a bestseller. It's been around for a long time. Just give it to me in not wax form. Give it to me in any other form and I'll be happy. Next, we have Amazon Rain. This is another one that's a bestseller. It's been around forever. It's one of my favorites. It is not in my club, but that's only because it's like always in the catalog. The day it gets discontinued, I will stock this into my club and into my cubbies of wax. But set off on a rainforest romp, swirling with sweet notes of melon, orange zest, coconut milk, and sultry night blooming jasmine. And it's all of that. This is a very fresh scent. It could also be a very romantic scent in the right light. There's a cleanness to it. There's a slight tropical vibe, but it's not like desert tropics vibe or anything like that where it's too tropical. This is one of those scents that most people will not be offended by smelling. It's varied enough and complex enough, yet still a just generally nice fresh scent. Like if when in doubt, Amazon Rain. I have so many customers that have just been like Amazon Rain all the way. That and Luna, but just a really nice, clean, fresh scent. I will say I prefer it in wax form, room spray form, some of the better delivery systems rather than laundry. I feel like it tends to be a little softer in the laundry collection. I don't actually know if we still have it in the laundry collection. Maybe I should check before I talk about that. But I'm sure we do. Yes, it's still in the laundry collection. I was like freaking out for a minute. It's great there. It does smell nice, but it's a softer one of our scents. So if you're looking for a softer laundry scent, it's a great choice. If you want something a little bit more punchy, this isn't the one for laundry. But otherwise, it's a fantastic, strong performer, and it lasts and lasts and lasts. All right. Next, we have Arctic Kiss. So, I remember this one. This was a December warmer of the month. Where are you? Hello? There you are. Arctic Kiss. All right, so this is cool Arctic mint and fresh air embrace the warmth of fluffy vanilla clouds. So, that's what this is. There is a mint note. There is like a fresh air note. There's the vanilla note. But there's a sweetness to this. And I can't remember if it was like some sort of like melon, I want to say, that was in here or something that's not written in the description. I feel like sometimes they like redo the descriptions, or maybe that's just me thinking they redo the descriptions, but I swear like some of these have changed slightly over time, or they've added different notes. I remember there being like a melon note in this though, and I smell it. So it does give you a minty note. It's a sweeter, like juicy mint in that sense, rather than like just a fresh peppermint or a fresh sort of spearmint scent. There is a kind of not quite cloying, but sweet air to it. And I'm sure that kind of plays into the vanilla cloud scent part of it too. It's nice. It does give me a little bit of bathroom vibes, like not dirty bathroom, obviously clean bathroom because of the mint note, but it kind of gives me bathroom vibes a little bit. And like when I first got this bar, I remember when it was still scent of the month, I was like, oh my God, all the Arctic Kiss all the time and whatever. And then after like the second or third or whatever warming of it, I was just like, not like a huge fan of it anymore. Like it's okay, but wouldn't run out to the store to grab some. But it's a great scent, and I know a lot of people like it. Maybe I'll give it another go this time. I'm sure I have some leftovers of it, and who knows, maybe my tune will change yet again, or not. Next is By the Sea. This is another returning one. Oh, that's Aloe water. What's happening here? Did these get twisted around? They did. Well, that's okay. The review still stands. That's so bizarre. Someone twisted. Yeah, that's By the Sea. I was like, why does it smell weird? Okay, let's try that again. This is By the Sea. Sometimes when you bring... This is By the Sea, and I still put them on wrong. Anyways, let's go on to the description. By the Sea is the scent of ocean air and wafting through dewy seaside grass. Yes, very much so. 100%. Okay, let me put the tap on the right one this time. Haha. Okay. So this is By the Sea. It is a light blue or bluish wax, not the other one. Regardless, this is very much that. It's a ocean air, dewy seagrass. It's kind of salty, almost a little bit too salty for me. I personally don't feel like By the Sea is the most authentic seaside, salty, sea air sort of scent. I think it's a little overkill. Even when warmed, it's all right. It's better than its cold state, but it just smells like a clean, salty, fresh bathroom. I don't know. I don't really get seaside vibes, and maybe that's because I'm a West Coaster and like I go to the beach, and this isn't really what the beach smells like to me. I mean, some beaches might smell like this, but not any of the ones near me. This is almost like more East Coastly sort of thing. Or maybe that's what it is. It's a sea, it's not an ocean, so that's why it smells differently. Anyways, this scent is nice. It's been in our catalog forever. I don't know why I'm spending forever on it, but it's a great scent, just not one of my favorites per se. Clean Breeze, this is another returning one. We'll kind of go through these a little quicker. This is white florals with a touch of spring. This is the scent of fresh, clean laundry. I mean, it is. It's like laundry detergent. And it's strong. This is like a very strong scent. Weirdly enough, maybe my sniffer is like deceiving me, or this tester is getting old, but this is usually a very pungent smelling bar. It's like this and Clothesline are just scent monsters. Like you will not have a problem with them. You could use like the tester even and be like, holy moly, what's going on here? It's clean and fresh. It's definitely a laundry-esque scent. It's kind of Febreze rather than just straight up laundry, clean laundry. I feel like Clothesline is more like wet laundry or like laundry from the washing machine, whereas this is more like Febreze or like Tide detergent that you kind of poured in and you just kind of smell it all over the clothes still. It's not a bad scent, like if you need a fresh scent, but you know, just one of our staple powerhouses. And here's Clothesline. There's the other ones. Get these out of the way. Crisp greens, orange flower, creamy violet, and white wicker basket will let you savor the scent of just washed laundry. See, this one is still, to me, more of like a laundry and like linen-y laundry scent, whereas Clean Breeze is more of like the laundry detergent. This is kind of like, I don't know, you went too crazy with the fabric softener or something on the wet laundry during the wash cycle. And so when you pull it out, it's just like, just reeks of laundry scent. It's not bad. It's just, it's a scent monster. Like, I don't usually have any problems with like fresh scents as a whole. So, I don't know. I've reviewed that one so many times at this point. I'm just like, what am I saying about this anymore? Both of those are strong. Both of them work well. Both of them are not my favorites. End of story. Cozy Cardigan is next, however, and this is one of my favorites, and it's going to stay in my club forever. Fine Bedded Bliss in layers of soft suede, blushing rose, and amber silk. Yes, that is the description. I must be losing my mind. So, Cozy Cardigan. Okay, one moment. I love this scent. I adore it. I love it in every single form it comes in. This is a very nice, I love that it's in the fresh category. It could potentially go in woodsy because of the suede note. I know that it says that there's blushing rose, but don't be scared by that note. While there might be a slight bit of rose in here, I am by no means a rose fanatic. Like, get the rose away from me most of the time. This is way different. This is a very cozy, as the name suggests, sort of like feel good, wrap yourself in that cozy blanket almost, or your favorite cardigan. It's that warmth of like what your favorite blanket feels like when you're cuddled up in the cold. You do get a bit of that suede note, and it is a softer suede. It's not as strong like weathered leather sort of leather vibe, but it really just gives you this I just want to curl up in bed sort of scent. It's also very unisex, I would say, because I've gotten it in the fragrance mist, if you're familiar with our body care, and it does perform really nicely. I don't really think it's particularly girly or masculine. I think the scent itself just is a really well balanced, clean, cozy scent, and it works well. What can I say? I'm a huge fan of it. I strongly recommend trying this, even if it might be out of your wheelhouse. You might be pleasantly surprised, or you might not be so fond of it, but never know. I personally adore it, though. Next is Eucalyptus Wreath. This is a returning bestseller. This was a new release, I think, last year. Oh, it's so good. This is very fresh. Fresh eucalyptus is woven with juniper and adorned with frosted mint. This is the eucalyptus scent that I've wanted for so long, and we just didn't have. Like, usually you get the very herbal medicinal eucalyptus or like hyper minty. It just like doesn't work out. This, honestly, they did it right. They did it so right and then some, and it's a great performer. And I almost wish that it wasn't holiday themed because it's so good. Like, I'd want this around almost year round, honestly. Like, I know we have Just Breathe or whatever, that is usually the one to go to. I would rather have this than Just Breathe year round. It's so fresh. It's so clean. It is a little bit more on the fall wintry side because there's like a little bit of an icy note to it. But you get those scent notes, and it's so well balanced. Ugh. So there's that one. That's in my club if you couldn't tell. Next we have Fluffy Fleece. This was actually a bar from our holiday bar collection last year. Holiday brick collection. And I have feelings about this one. Black currant and cozy musk bundle up beneath a blanket of heliotrope. Oh. Yeah. Although it doesn't smell as bad in the tester form. It's kind of deceiving, I will say. Sometimes scents smell like manageable or good or bad or whatever in tester form, and then you get the bar and you're like, whoa, this is different. But that being said, this is very soapy to me. And it's very strong. Like, it's overwhelmingly strong, in my opinion. Like, if you want a scent monster, look no further. Like, Clothesline who? This scent will, like, stink your face off and stink your house down the street. It's very powdery, too, and I think that's the heliotrope note. But it gives me, like, not quite just baby powder straight up, but it's very powdery. So it's like, think of like the cozy blanket that you washed and just poured a whole vat of Tide in, and then poured a whole vat of Downy fabric softener in during the wash, and it's still like just pungently strong, and then you decided to throw in like the whole box of Bounce like fabric sheets, and then you're like, oh, it's great. And then there's baby powder, like, I don't know, you just sneezed baby powder on top of it. That's basically what you get out of this scent. It's intense. Holy bananas. I remember putting like 1 cube in each room's warmer, whatever, like I do normally, and I was just like stinking myself out of the house, and that was like with windows and doors open too. So this performed like a beast. I just wish I liked the scent better. I wish it wasn't so powdery to me, because then I would probably be okay with it. But if you love newborn nursery or whatever that one is called, go do yourself a favor and try this scent, because it's adjacent and it's a little bit more complex and a little bit more balanced, and it's not just straight up baby powder. Yeah, this might be a good substitute for those die-hard newborn nursery folks. Anyways, ooh, could still smell it. Next up is Frosted Vanilla, not villains. Frosted Villains to the rescue. This is a wonderful, a wonderland of sweet vanilla bean and birch bark with a rush of frosty air. This, we talked about in the new releases. I really like this. I hope that this actually does what I kind of wanted Arctic Kiss to do, but Arctic Kiss has like a melon note in it that they don't for some reason have in the description, but there is a melon note in it. This is what I want. This is like Arctic Kiss with like a woody undertone and less mint, more of the Arctic iciness, and still the vanilla. See, this one, I like this way more, even on cold, and I haven't warmed this bar yet because I'm gonna wait probably till later in the month to do the 10 new releases, because I'm not in a summer or fall mood just yet for those. But that one is really good on cold, and I'm hoping it does, like, checks all the boxes that Arctic has kind of just failed to do for me finally. All right, moving on. Icicles and Evergreen is next, and oops, I have it in the wrong section. Oh, woe is me. Where is it? Is it right here? Ha! Okay, Icicles and Evergreen while I'm pulling it out. Cool Blue, Eucalyptus, and Pine Needle iced with crystallized sugar. Where did we have this one? I remember this coming out. This is a scent of the month. That's right. Yeah. Yep, I remember this one. This is the scent of the month. So this is one that for me, when you start warming it, it smells good. So you get the eucalyptus, you get that sort of sugary, crystallized sugar, like icy sugar note. And then you have this pine needle thing going on. And it's very evident. And the scent, when you first warm it, oh my gosh, I love it. After an hour or two, there's like this weird, pungent, burnt, woody pine needle note going on. Like, not fresh pine needle, like these are the dried brown pine needles after the end of the season that are sitting in the snow that are like basically not a pine cone, but you just couldn't find any pine cones. So you're like, sweet, we'll just take the pine needles and bring them in. Yeah, that's what I get out of this. Like, it starts out like this effervescent, fresh, everything's great, and then it turns into that. And I also feel like I'll have to go find the like scent notes from the scent of the month, but I almost want to say that this one was the one that had like an iced apple note in this. I could be confusing this one with a different one, but I'm pretty sure that this one had like an iced apple note. And yeah, now I really want to go find those like old scent of the month things and see if I'm right, because maybe I'm like making all these things up, but I'm pretty sure Arctic Kiss had like a melon note in it, and I'm pretty sure this had like a frosted or icy apple note in here too. In fact, I'm almost positive. All right, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe that'll be my homework assignment for before the next video. So if you tune into our woodsy category next, I'll update you on those two and see if I have them. But anyways, I like the scent on the onset. It does perform well, but it does get that weird burnt pine, dried pine note that kind of comes in and becomes a little too overwhelming for me. So not a huge fan as it warms longer, which is kind of a bummer because had a lot of potential there. All right, next is Newborn Nursery. I don't know where my tester for this is, and that's okay. This is fresh, clean, and powdery. This dreamy scent evokes memories of cradling your little ones. It's straight up baby powder. Like, I'm not gonna try and like sugarcoat it. It is a baby powder scent. If you like the smell of baby powder, or if you need it for like an actual nursery for whatever reason, that is what it is. It's baby powder and nothing else, and it's strong. So there you go, Newborn Nursery. Moving on though to a scent that I love and is in my club, Perfect Peppermint. Cooler than most, pure peppermint is the popular kid you'll love to love. So if you like peppermint essential oil, you will adore this scent, because this is straight up peppermint. There is no filler, there's no like woodsy note to it, there's no pine note, there's no berries, there's no other things. This is straight up peppermint. And there's a slight tinge of like maybe a hint of sugar or something. Maybe. Just enough, if it's there, so that it's not too nose stinging, because just straight up peppermint can be a little bit pungent. And this really isn't. It's a little bit more muted. So there's something in here, aside from the peppermint, I would argue, although I don't have the scent notes, the full scent notes, that kind of rounds it out to balance it and maintain that beautiful, just straight up peppermint scent. So it doesn't become too icy or too candy or too woody or too anything else. This is just a beautiful, clean, fresh scent. I actually warm this all times of the year. I adore it. And like I said, if you like peppermint essential oil, but you're going into waxes now, this is probably one of the closest ones that I've found, especially from Scentsy, that just kind of mimics that sort of essential oil freshness. And it does a phenomenal job. It performs really well. Can't talk about it enough. Love it. All right, next we have Polar Bear Hug, formerly known 2 seasons ago as Eskimo Kiss, and renamed to be more culturally sensitive, I believe. I don't know, I guess that is, well, we'll leave it there. Anyways, Polar Bear Hug is what it's called now, but it's the same scent. Blackberry jam and brown sugar, caramelized brown sugar, vanilla, and amber in a softly romantic scent. Now, all those scent notes may make you think this is more bakery, because you have blackberry jam, brown sugar, vanilla. Those are very traditionally bakery scents, and blackberry in itself is more of a fruity scent, right? Well, boy, do I have a surprise for you. I still don't know if I would really call this a fresh scent. I feel like it teeters between woodsy and fresh, in my opinion, even though it's not really a woodsy note. But this is a very romantic scent. This is very aromatic. It's kind of perfumey. It's another cozy scent. It's like cozy cardigan adjacent, where it's not so suede and like unigender-y, maybe edging on the masculine side. This one is a little bit more soft and light and fruity, but it is such a beautifully balanced and unique scent. I feel like this one and Cozy Cardigan are fairly unique scents. This one more so. And I know some people who are particularly fond of this scent, so like it's not just everyone and their mother will love this scent, but oh man, this is such a beautiful scent. And it's a powerhouse. Like, it lasts forever. It's not punch you in the face sort of powerhouse, but it just keeps going and going, and the consistency doesn't disappear. And I think that's what I love the most about it. It is consistently at the same level of strength for generally most of its performance. It is not like I said, it's not a super loud scent or a super strong scent. It's probably like more of a medium, a solid medium. But it does keep going, and that's like a big check mark for me of good things to think about when you're getting wax. So there's that. Stop talking about that one. 2 more. Silver Bells is next, another one of my favorites. Mint candy canes dance over warm and welcoming winter pear, all enveloped in a velvety blanket of caramel and brown sugar. So you do get all of that, but if I had to summarize this, this is like a slightly sweet mint, slightly sweet creamy mint. This is like, we had vanilla mint for a while. I just thought it was super soft and meh, and kind of one-dimensional. This is multi-dimensional. So you have mint candy canes, which again lends itself to more of that peppermint vibe, which I appreciate, because I think that's a fresher mint personally. It's not so icy and it's not so like sweet. It's just like right in the middle there. And then you have winter pear. That adds, honestly, that just adds like a layer of maybe juicy or dewiness. It doesn't really add a strong pear note. So if you're not a pear person, don't be fooled. This is not a pear scent. If anything, like I said, it's just adding that sort of like dewy, juicy quality to the scent. And then as far as the caramel and vanilla sugar, I'm not a caramel person. For most of you who've been down my channel for long enough, you know, I usually, when it's a caramel scent, I'm just like, hit the road, Jack. This is an exception. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the blend of the vanilla sugar with the caramel, but it's like, it's not a heavy caramel scent to me. Like, I get the mint candy cane. I get a bit of the vanilla going on in there. I get a little bit of a juicy dewiness, or whatever you want to call it. Crispness. And then I get a little bit of a rich sweetness, which I'm assuming is the caramel. But it's just, it's so unique to me, and I love this scent. It's going to be in my club forever. I actually have a little stockpile of it. It's kind of a little ridiculous, but I love this scent, and I am so happy that it is still with us. But it's in my club, so I don't have to worry. Next we have, and last but not least, we have White Amber and Silk. This is one of the new releases. Warm Amber and Bergamot are wrapped up in comforting cotton for a smooth finish. We talked about this in the new release video. I like it. I like that there's a cotton note in here. This is almost, now that I'm smelling it after smelling some of the other ones, this is almost like a very, 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 very mellow version of Fluffy Fleece. Like, very mellow. A bit more romantic. Way less powdery, if any powder at all. But it's still very cozy. So I like that. We'll see how it performs in coming weeks. But I have to say, I like that the fall-winter selection of Fresh is across the board. And it doesn't just stay in the traditional Fresh boundaries of like laundry and ocean scents, although we have a few of those. We do have like the spa dewy scents. We do have the perfumey scents in here. We have like the cozy Fresh scents, you know, because it's not quite laundry, but it's also not quite into the woods category, although some could cross over. And then we have some sort of slightly romantic scents in there. I would even say like Polar Bear Hug, definitely. Take it what you will. I think Cozy Cardigan could be a little bit of a romantic scent. And honestly, like the new one, we'll see how it warms, but White Amber and Silk does kind of give itself a little bit of a romantic kind of undertone as well. But really like the Fresh category. Several of my favorites of all time are in here, and they continue to be here, so thankful for that. Hopefully this was helpful. If you're new here, consider subscribing. If you have tried any of these or are curious about any of them, let me know in the comments below. I will get back to you as soon as possible, and I will see you guys in our next video. Take care. Bye.